So, welcome to the Propwash podcast. Jean Baptiste.
I am.
How are we doing, my friend?
Not bad. Just had a small nap and I'm very well.
Yeah, so
very
we're
well.
on a rest day at the moment, so you've been, just chilling, kicking back, fixing a few small issues on boats and.
We got some guys that had some issues on their boat, so we are all big friendship, so we were all trying to help each other. Oh, you've got a tool? Yeah, I've got a tool in my boat. So then we try to help each other to fix all the small problems. I mean, all the gear has been badly treated the last few days during the pre-fishing, so we need to help everybody.
I think Jan said this morning that some of the guys had had a problem with a lower unit, blowing the lower unit up, rooster tailing in the
hands in legs, and and some people they had to scratch on tailcoat as well, so that's
not
that
nice.
rough weather.
So let's start off by introducing yourself. You're obviously a fellow low rants guy like myself, and you work for Fox Rage.
I'm
What's
the
your role
all the Predator brands marketing and media manager for the Fox Group. So I'm basically handling Fox Rage, Salmo, the Polish hardlers manufacturer, and also Luz, the
reels.
US reels, and also striking all the black bass lures.
KVD sort of.
So I'm in charge of 15 camera guys and media guys all around Europe.
Right, wow.
So that's a proper job.
So all of the content comes to you, or you dictate what content you need to capture?
I'm more between the sales forces, directors, brand manager, and the media guy. So I'm the guy who coordinates, where we're gonna need to go for, where they need to go, and what kind of products they need to push regarding the high level of gears we've got in stock, high stock, or any new stuff that we need to promote. So I'm basically sending them like a weekly guideline about where they need to go, and also I'm in charge of 140 Predator angler under contract with us. Right. Some of them are paid consultant, sponsoring angler. So you need to do all the contract.
So how long have you been with Fox now?
I joined Fox's as a consultant in 2009.
Right, wow.
Yeah. And then I became also a freelancer for them, and then in 2015 they just offered me to work full time for them.
Okay, nice.
So that's a long.
And what were
story.
you doing before that?
I used to be a journalist.
Okay.
So I was already a cameraman. So I used to work for a couple of French broadcast company for the TV. So I was already an angler, fishing for a few brands like Prologic, the Savage Gear Cup brand. So that's been 25 years a carp angler, and then I moved to the dark side of the force.
I think a lot of people start off in match fishing or carp fishing before they find their groove in the predator world.
I've been traveling all around Europe chasing for carps and everything. So I've been fishing from boat, fishing from the bank, lots of street fishing for carp many years ago. I had the feeling that I've done almost everything, I've been to South Africa and crazy fishing in the middle of the lions and everything. But I think at some point you need to try other things, and because you want to keep learn and it's also good to have that big carp fishing background. Agreed. I was very into my carp fishing at one point. Used to love going out there and just getting the bivvy up and getting everything sorted, and just having a few days away from everything. No interference from anybody, just myself on my own fishing. I wasn't much of a social carp angler. I wasn't one of these that wanted to go there and smoke a shit ton of weed and sit in a bivvy and get drunk. I wanted to go there and just chill out, just get my own time. So let's take it right back. How did you first get into fishing? And what was your first fish? So I want the whole thing. I want you to paint the whole picture. Where you were, who you were with, what the fish was. I started fishing when I was something like 3 or 4. Just a neighbour,
And this was where?
In the north of France, in some area. So it's just right in the middle between the Belgian border and Paris.
Okay.
So it's the Valley of Somme. So I started Yeah, basically it was like my parents that just put me in a babysitter, and I started to go fishing with her husband, and he just put me like fishing on the pole. So I was very, very young, and he basically just attached me to a tree because he was quite old and he was not a good swimmer. So he just attached me with a leash to a tree to make sure that I'm not going to fall down in the water. And I started to fish in safely like that, you know, on the pole for small roach and tench. And then at the age of I would say 8, I moved to fly fishing.
Right. So what's your first memory of catching a fish, sort of?
That was definitely fly fishing.
Yeah?
Yeah, in a small shark streaming next to my house. And my brother was like more in hunting, so he was like growing feathers and cock and everything. So I was using the hackles to make my own fly. Because it was, you know, all the gear was pretty expensive, so I started to make my own fly, make competition and everything for flight tying. So it was about 8, and then at the end of, as a teenager, at the end of 13, 14, I just turned to something more bling, you know, catfishing with alarms and stuff like that. So I spent all my holidays and weekend on the bank.
Right, and where were you carp fishing then? What sort of lakes were you fishing? Because you've got
all around north,
pretty iconic carp lakes in France.
I've
where
been,
everybody went really.
I started to the Valley of the Somme, which was lots of canals and everything. So I was like fishing most of my time in canals, and then as soon as I get my car, I started to move all around north of France, Belgium canals, Flanders. Then I tried to go further the south every year. I've been to Cassien many times. I fished from a cabin boat in Cassien. That was fantastic. Like a proper 10 weeks holiday there from a boat, so you can move all around, you know. Make sure that you're not seen by the garde pêche. But I was only fishing during the day, but I was respecting the rules. But I was like on the boat, so you don't need to set up a PV and everything. You're just like nomad, you know, moving around. I fished many big reservoirs also in the east of France, like Gondrextange, Madine. I caught some crazy fish in Madine. I never fished big reservoir like Orient and the Der. I was more like also big rivers like the river scene in Paris. So I move all around France and a bit of Spain as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So when did the predator bug come in?
I've no idea.
No.
I mean,
you're quite a diverse predator angler. You've obviously bass, as in sea bass, but also black bass. You just want to get into everything.
Yeah, there's just a few things I've never done. I mean, I've been a carp angler for 25 years, but I never caught a carp on a pole. You know, I feel like even I never caught a carp on fly, but I caught mini pikes, sea bass, mini fish on fly, but I never caught a carp, you know. So I'm still need to progress on some stuff. But
right. So, but what's sort of taking you down the sort of predator route? Is it more from the point of view of what you're having to do with fox, or was it much before that?
I think as for my job, I spend lots of time on boats filming those guys. You know, I was still a carp angler, but I've filmed those guys fishing for predator. And then at some point, you know, you get your own house now with a big garden, and you're working a lot. So in terms of time, you know,
the predator thing fits in quite well.
I mean,
Fox captured that market in the early days very well with the whole. I think I've got a packet down there. There was the ones that were the fish snacks. And then the whole luggage for the street fishing thing and all of the hard base. It was really well thought out. They definitely absolutely smashed it. Certainly for the UK. It came in really well.
And I mean, the thing is, the good thing with predator fishing now is, for carp fishing, you need to go for an overnight or a couple of days. You know, so you need time for that. You need some time for prebating. Even packing your car can take you ages. Now everything is. I've got 2 boats. I've got one boat for in the harbour for sea bass fishing. I've got my big bass boat Nitro in my house. Everything is in there. I just hook the boat, hook the trailer, and just go. And I can go fishing for zander for all 2 hours. You know, you cannot do that for carp. You know, it takes you ages to packed everything. Just so
you're not really, you are fishing for the carp, but you're more waiting for the carp.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you cast it and you're working the lure back.
Yeah.
You're actually fishing. Whereas with the carp, you put the bait there and it's just got to sit there until they come.
And you can see this in your way that you do your job as communication and marketing. You know, you do not feed carp angler with social content like you feed. You can feed a match angler or predator angler. You know, carp angler is BV and betcher, and you can watch content all day long and all night. Those match angler and predator angler, you need to target them at some time during the day with very short content, because they don't have so much time to spend on social network, because they have to cast and retrieve and to watch the float. Carp anglers, they can
they've got a lot more time
whatever you feed with you feed them. Yeah.
So, sea bass fishing. You mentioned you got your boat in the harbour for the sea bass. Is that the mad crazy one that's got twin engines on the back?
Not this one I've got. Yeah, no.
Whose is that? I saw one on your Insta profile.
That was from my mate called Julien. He's got a big, massive communication company and marketing company in Brittany. So he's doing lots of filming for big sailing race like the Vendée Globe or Route du Rhum or all those big ones.
Yeah.
So we need like big proper boats to go as fast as those big massive wind machine, you know.
Yeah. So what's he got on the back of those? He's got twin.
Yeah, he's got two Ripcraft.
Yeah.
UK company. So he's got one with twins 175 Suzuki. So 275 Suzuki, and on the other one he's got 300 racing Suzuki as well.
Nice.
So they are like proper machines and consume lots of fuel. I mean, last week we were on a sea bass competition. I think we burned about 400-500 liters. You need to call you need to double check your bank account and everything and tell them that you're gonna don't worry if you see like a 300 euro on somewhere on a fuel station, on a petrol station, don't worry, it's me.
It's crazy. So you grew up, did the fly fishing, transitioned into the predator fishing, and then you've gone into obviously doing your bit for Fox. What's new and exciting at Fox at the moment? What's going on? Talk us a little bit through what you've got coming up. And
well, Fox is still growing a lot, and that's
is it owned by?
We are now owned by Rather Outdoor,
which
is a big massive American company who actually own striking and lures.
Yeah,
I know that they also own Weber, you know, the famous American barbecue. So that's it's a massive company. Well, we've been owned by several financial companies, but the good thing now, we are basically owned by anglers.
Yes.
So we used to be owned by Cliff Fox, who were an angler for 40 years. So now we are back on owned by anglers, so which is really good. I mean, you can talk to your massive CAO big boss in the US, and he's got a big Falcon boat, and he's using bed casters and everything, so you can talk.
Can relate.
Definitely. You can. It's funny that you talk with the big CIO and about do you run your active target on the 24 volt? Yeah, I do. You should try. It's
okay.
You give him skills about how to set up his gear and everything. So that's really funny.
Yeah, that's nice that you got that sort of insight. I think that sort of
and connection
for the brand. That's important because it will be pushed forward because everybody sees the value in that.
Yeah.
So you're saying, I mean, how big is Fox then? Because you've just given me some crazy numbers of just the people that you look after.
Yeah.
How many people does Fox or are employed in the Fox section of the business?
I don't know the correct numbers, but just to give you an idea, like countries like Germany and France, we've got like about 5 reps. Divided in different areas in France and Germany. Some countries we've got 2 reps, like Italy. So it's growing a lot, massively in the eastern country. I mean, Poland, Czech Republic, Bulgaria, Croatia. Those countries are growing massively. UK is just constant. You know, it's we're on the top of the brand, so which is really good because we are historically an English company. So I think the English people they are more into fox because of that. But
and I think what I said, it's very resonated with having that whole sort of package of stuff that was like the fish snacks and then the rods and then the reels and then the luggage and the boxes. People get addicted to things, and they want to have Fox Rage baits, but they also want Fox Rage box, and then they want a Fox Rage rod, and then they want a Fox Rage reel, and then they've got to have the jacket, they've got to have the hat. Very much like carp anglers.
I just text my some of my bosses during lunch, and it was pretty amazing to see how many Fox Rage coat and jacket I've seen during the
walking around here.
I was like, okay guys, I mean to be honest, that was one of the most popular brand that I've seen this during the meeting. So which is good because all those guys are very high skill anglers, and most of them professional, and you see them using their rain suit or triple layer jacket and stuff like that, winter suit. So but which is good. It means like this is quality, and the looks fun.
And the anglers that are here, they don't skimp on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all in like 100-gram boats.
Yeah.
With like tens of thousands of pounds worth of electronics on them and paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go for a second-rate product.
Yeah.
So obviously seeing those products, those people really do.
And they've got contract with whoever they want, in terms of clothing and everything. So that was cool to see them wearing some and we Reg logos and everything. So we are growing massively. France, it's the same, and it's so nice to see the different market. I mean, it's we don't sell the same. We have now a big range, So you do not sell the same. Same product in Spain than in France or in Germany, which is quite hard for the brand manager to make everybody happy. The German, they will prefer like stiffer and long rods with big long handles, because some of them are more like bank anglers.
The Swedes are like that. They like really long rods, and I don't get
and they use sometimes they prefer spinning rods, but the French and the Spanish people, they prefer casting rods. So it's really hard to make everybody happy, but we try to do our best, and that's pretty exciting to see how rich is this predator world.
It's growing, and like you say, in the UK it's growing massively. The sea bass boys, they seem to have a lot of money as well. I
mean, one very important thing that I see for the future is, I mean, with this global warming and those summer conditions, it's gonna be really tricky and very bad to fish for pike and perch and zander. I know in the UK it's not very good. It's not really popular to fish for pike in the summer.
No, you get a lot of criticism. In the UK, there's still very much in the dark ages. From the point of view, you have to use wire. If you use fluoro, it doesn't matter if the fluoro's that thick.
I had to refilm several product clips because we were using fluorocarbon. So sometimes when we talk about a lure or pike lure, I need to do like a UK version with wire, because I cannot use but if I use the wire version for France or Spain, the people, they will say, what the hell is that? Do you see the wire? We can see it, the fish can see it.
It's crazy though, isn't it? It's not as if the UK don't catch as many pike as...
It's crazy.
But we're fishing a competition. I've got a wire trace on every single rod. Because if I get that bycatch of a pike, I want to land it. And on like 0.6 fluoro or whatever. I'm not gonna. But
it's just traditions, and and we are using the carpet of our boat, but I mean in the UK they prefer to bring the cut stuff with a mat. So I'm using a mat now in my we've got nice predator mat with a measure board inside, including like it's like a cut mat, but I use it more like for my carpet rather than for the fish, because I sleep on my carpet of my boat, so I can tell you this is comfy enough for a fish, but it's just more for the carpet, and also to the way that you can also measure it easily and not using a measure board and everything. So as much as if you don't handle the fish too much, is better. But they're all different market, and it's really nice to and I think the sea bass market is gonna grow in the future, because for me, from June to September, wherever you are in Europe with big hot summer, it's gonna be the fish that everybody's gonna target in the future, because
it's what a sport fish.
Oh yeah, I mean you got the bite of a zander, but you also have you will have the fight of a pike or a black bass or a big perch.
Yeah.
So you've got I mean, for me, it's a lovely predator, and you can get him on the seabed. You can chase them on the surface. You can also fish that one with blades or chatterbait. It's they
very diverse.
You can get them on fly and shore fishing and wadding, in an estuary or archipelago. So
it's open to everybody, isn't it? It's like another access all areas sort of fish.
Yeah.
So
and it's definitely a summer and a holiday thing that you can just go for 2 hours. If the tide is good, the weather is good, you can just go you just put the kids in to sleep and you can go just 1 hour. There's a big stick bait on the surface, and you can target 1 or 2 fish, and that's done. Good for holidays.
Yeah, perfect. And like we say, really good sport fish. You mentioned, I think the other day when I met up with you fish Costa Rica quite a bit as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Every year I try to go like 3 weeks in Costa Rica.
Okay, so
down
what's
the south.
that for? So
mainly rooster fish.
Okay.
Rooster fish and on surface.
From the beach?
No, well, I do both. I mean, if the weather is not good, I do fishing from the shore, and if my missus she's okay and the sea's okay, we can go fishing from a boat. So I like both. I mean, it's fishing
from the bank is tricky, is it not?
It depends. Sometimes they are really on the waves. So it's if the sea is really rough, it's hard. Especially if you are on your own with your missus, with no friends to handle the boat. It's really tricky because you have to check the wave, because this is the Pacific, right? This is not the channel, So you have to handle the boat, the big waves, and the stones and rocks and everything, and you have to cast, in the waves and pop properly, And
they're tricky to get on lures, roosters.
Yeah, but they have there's special colors and special moment also of the tide,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're really and you always have the radar also. You can call small GTs as well. So
what's a good rooster fish for you? What's your PB rooster?
It would be 40 pounds. Yeah.
That's an impressive fish.
Yeah.
With that great big comb that comes up.
Oh, they're lovely. They're lovely. And they really fight like crazy. They're just like, we said that there are six runs. So you basically, they come to the boat 6 times and they just run again 6 times. And many times you see some Costa Rican guys, they said after 5 runs, they said, oh, be careful, you missed only 1, so be careful. And they run for another 6 times. So they're a really, really crazy fighter. And it's good because people they take care of them. They release each of them, so that they're really they're in good conditions and everything. So and most of the time you catch them on the surface, so they're well hooked. People they also catch them on knife bait, but every time the hook is too far, just need to cut. It's why most of the people they use no stainless steel hooks. They use to make sure that the hooks get rusty as quick as possible. Yeah. So they're really taking care of the fish.
Yeah, it's important. A lot more people are taking that consideration in. Yeah. Which is important for our conservation and everything else.
Because that's bringing lots of tourists and money on the country.
Like here, the money that this is generated for the local community, just in fuel probably.
Yeah. I work for the French Federation as a vice chairman, and also for the national federation, and I'm always taking Spain and Netherlands as an example about how you can build a proper fishing business in an area in terms of boat ramp, a gas station and accommodation and everything, and sometimes for them it's like, are you sure gîte and everything, just we have the rivers, we have the location and everything, we just need to build a partnership with some gîte and stuff like that, because there's always people traveling for all around. I mean, we are so close to UK. Just my area is just like 40 minutes.
You said you can get to the office quicker than most people can.
I will be in London in an hour 30 minute, an hour 20 minute. Depend about the Dartford Bridge, but yeah, it's I'm very close, and we've got lovely rivers. I've got some colleagues. They are always they love big grayling. In my area, like an hour away from London, I've got 50 centimeters grayling in my area. You can catch them on nymph or dry fly.
Is that check nymph in or?
Yeah. Or you can also catch them on worm. Maggots are banned and forbidden in rivers in France.
Okay, why is that?
I think it's just because it's dangerous. I know the story about I don't know if it's true, but I know that the trout, they cannot digest properly maggots. I think it's something like that. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So maggots are banned in France everywhere in rivers for trout and grayling. Right, okay. But you can catch them on worm and they're really big. Just an hour away from London.
Nice. We'll be checking that out.
Yeah.
So you've got the boat obviously for your predator stuff, and you've got the boat for the sea bass stuff. So what are these sea bass competitions like? Because I'm quite interested in that. I've never really sort of.
It's more or less the same as the one that we are doing here. It's basically it's like a quota. So you've got 5 bass to do on two days.
Okay.
So
is it a catch and release?
Yeah, 100% catch and release. There is referees everywhere, so you don't measure your bass on your own. You have to run to marshal boats, so they take care of the bass. So you need to keep them on the live well, proper live well, and also because you are checking the fish with the marshal, they release the fish. So the fish need to be in good condition, because if you keep the bass for too long in the live well, or if it's not good because you get into too deep inside or too deep in depth.
Caught one of the rakers.
Basically that fish will delete one fish, and you also have like the centimeter of dead fish will also count against your final point.
Right.
So you really need to take care of your fish. You cannot keep like five fish during the entire day. You have to run to the marshal.
How many boats are in these competitions?
Yeah, from 60 to 140. Last week we had 140 boats.
Where's this, Brittany?
Yeah, that was in the south of Brittany, in Archipelago, le Glénan Archipelago.
Okay.
Which is about 40 minutes. Well, so all the boats are traveling from the harbour all together.
Yeah.
To the archipelago. It's a 45 minute drive.
Right.
So we are all in a big massive lane, because you've got 140 competitors, but you also have like 20 marshal boats and everything.
Yeah.
So we are all in the same line, the sun rising and everything. It's so really lovely. It's crazy. And
do they film this?
Yeah. They use drones and everything, and it's a massive.
So can we find this on YouTube?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What would we search on YouTube?
Glénan. It's a GLENAN. Glénan Open. Glénan Open, and you will find it on YouTube.
I'm definitely going to look that up. So
and then we go on a start line, so we all travel for 40 minutes, and then we all get regrouped in one line, and then you can run as fast as you want. Just make sure that you're not hit a stone or big rocks, and then you fish for 8 hours. And you need to get 5 keeper.
Yeah, 5 keeper bass.
Yeah. Minimum of 42.
Okay.
And you have to do this for 2 days. So
nice.
This one was really tricky, because the water there is gin clear water. You fish them with 0.20 mil fluorocarbon leader.
Right.
So when you get a big one in the middle of the stones, you just like make oil with your hands.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You fresh oil, but it's a lovely competition, and I do lots of them also in Normandy. And then you need an average of if you want to win the competition, you need 5 keepers on a Saturday and 5 keepers on a Sunday, but the average need to be 64, 60. So we're talking about 2.5 kilo, almost 4, 5, 6 pounds fish.
Yeah.
You need 5 of them during 2 days.
Yeah.
So
not easy.
Yeah, the limit is very high. So, but the good thing is you're fishing down the cliff, so you can go surface fishing or hard bait, and with minnows and stuff like that, close to the cliff. Or you can go fish deeper with black minnows or whatever you want. So.
And the prizes, what are the prizes like?
It's not. I mean, the entry fee is about 40 to 120 quid, more or less, with a nice dinner in the evening. So it's not really expensive. So at the end, the price is not that high. But I mean, we are talking about having a pair of rods about 500 each.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But it's more about the camaraderie and and having a nice meal afterwards and like-minded people. But you describing that, they're shooting it with the sun coming up and all those boats going through.
Yeah, and it
must be.
We have good fun because it's always like a small fight between the people in Normandy and the people in Brittany. Okay. So it's like and we are the people from the north, so we are trying to also to get into the battle. So that's really nice, and there's plenty guys with different boat deal, so you can see lovely, really, really stunning boats with big Mercury Princess or Suzuki or big Yamas and
nice.
So
so what do you fish other predator competitions in France? Is the predator scene there?
Yeah, a couple, but
so what have we got in France now? Is there bass fishing competitions in France?
Yeah, they are down the south or in Spain. So for me, if I want to go there, it's more than a day to travel with the nitro in behind my car.
Yeah.
So that's a bit too far. So I'm just doing pike competition in the north. So in my area, but I do prefer the sea bass competition because the atmosphere and the friendship and everything. It's as soon as you touch the sea fishing or boat fishing on the sea and the sea world, you're talking to different guys. It's a different spirit.
The fish are they fight harder.
And also because it is sea. If it's something wrong happen, they're always behind you to help you, and so it's a different thing. It's a totally different world.
So you said there your nitro that you're dragging down. What are you running at the moment? Z21?
No, I've got a small one because I'm fishing smaller water. I've got a Z6.
Okay, right.
Yeah, with 115 Optimax. It's an old. So it's a 4-stroke. It's a two-stroke.
Oh, sorry, 2-stroke. Yeah, Optimax. I had a 115 Optimax tiller.
Yeah. But that's, for the very light boat is really good because it responds really fast, and it's very light. So it's fully geared with 4 Lawrence unit, and I've got active target.
So two up front and 2 at the console. Yeah. 12 inch.
I've got 12, 9, 12 and 9. Yeah.
Okay. Right,
and a ghost and the active target. I'm waiting for the active target 2. A bit of delay, and also waiting for the new HD.
The Pro. The HDS Pro.
Yeah.
And are you going to put for your transducers? What are you running on your transducer wise?
The 3-in-1.
Yeah. You got the 3-in-1 and
on
2D. What are you running for your 2D? MR or just a normal?
The normal the side active imaging 3-in-1.
Oh yeah. The active imaging 3-in-1. Okay.
And even the sea
you're going to get the active imaging 3D. The active imaging HD.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those ones for both my rig boat and also the nitro.
Boat.
Yeah. Because I'm using the side stuff quite often in the sea, especially when you want to target like a big sunken boat and everything.
Yes.
I fish not far from Dunkirk, so historically there was hundreds of
wrecks
of boats everywhere.
Yeah.
So they're full of bass and pollock. So I used and cod. So I use a lot of that to make sure that when you want to see the boat or the tanker, you use that side stuff, to make sure that it's on the left side, so I can just place the boat on.
And are you finding the active target useful for the bass on the salt?
I never tried, to be honest.
You're probably drifting a bit too fast or moving too fast.
I think so, and you need a proper flat sea to use it properly.
I understand.
Because in the channel we've got like from 3 to 6 knot of drift of current. Yeah. So I guess it's just very fast.
Yes, it's ripping.
Yeah. I use the a motor guide engine, to get anchor.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's good for sea bass fishing when you wanna fish them for on the surface or on a single boat, you know.
Yeah.
So by this, maybe using the active target would be cool. I need to try that.
But I think you've got to have it in the right conditions, and you have to put it on the right mount, and I think there's a few problems there that you could encounter.
Yeah.
So WPC, how did your practice go?
We did full carb the 2 first day. Okay. Friday and Saturday, so we were pretty confident. I caught like a meter pike almost every day. We caught good zanders, we caught massive big perch up to 50 centimeters. But since Sunday, all the pre-fishing goes badly.
Yeah, but it will.
So it's not big.
Now it's a complete reset.
Yeah.
This is just,
to be honest with you, I mean, some guys they spend a month pre-fishing, and I feel so sorry for them because you know, all the cars will just shake and blow it, you know.
That's how it goes. So with your pike, that's interesting. Are you getting pike as a bycatch? So, for example, fishing in the weed for zander and perch, and then you're getting a pike, or were you specifically targeting big pike?
No, I was definitely. I was targeting big perch and zander, and I caught them quite easily.
Right, yeah, just in the weeds and bits and pieces. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And are you finding for the larger pike bigger baits, or are you finding smaller baits?
Very small.
Yeah,
very small. I know there's a few French guys that are actually working on the lakes and on the rivers since a few days, and they were like, they caught a massive one, a meter 20, meter 25, but only like a few per day with their customers, and so they were really struggling to catch them on big lures. So maybe I guess catching them on smaller would be the key.
Yeah, I think they're more keyed into that sort of. Certainly at this time of year. In the winter, they're going to be up for the bigger bream and bits and pieces. But at the moment, I
mean, last year, the last day, you know, everybody was struggling to get that pike. You know, that pike needed. We caught it right close to the marina with a nice small replicant. And I didn't know at that time that pike will cost us a lot, because I did not know that everybody was struggling to get a pike, and basically I just the pike just unhooked in the net, and I saw the big replicant 18 just jump, and I saw my mate just literally just the net came down, and I saw the pike just disappear, and I just said to my mate, "What are you doing?" And I just realized that I hooked my mate, my fishing partner, with a big replicant. So he had the trimble hook in his face, and basically, it was with the elasticity of the lead leader and the bend of the rod. I just smashed his face with the replicant. So I smashed the glasses, but with the weight of the replicant, the hook just get stuck here. So we missed that pike, and it cost us like almost 10 places. So we were able to manage the top 10, and we finally ended up at 22 or 21.
Oh, it's gutting.
Yeah, and it was.
Is he all right?
Yeah, but that was such a mess to go to the hospital here. So we just decided to cut the lure and travel home back to Paris.
Yeah.
And he'd been to the emergency hospital in Paris. So we traveled all the way back to Paris
with glasses.
No.
Didn't break his glasses.
No. Hopefully he was wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I do few stuff in fishing school, and I always tell the kids that they need to wear glasses anytime they go fishing. Even if it's a grey weather or whatever. If they do lure fishing or fly fishing, you just put your fly on a tree or something. You just shake and you always need to wear sunglasses or glasses, whatever, to protect your eyes.
Yeah. So, you've got WPC. Are you doing any more tournaments this year, next year? What have you got planned?
No, just a sea bass competition. I had a big one last weekend. So all the other big ones they're going to be in September.
Right.
So I've got two big ones in September. One in Fécamp and one in Le Havre. Those ones are about 60 boats.
Yeah.
So I need a bit of rest and holidays and spend some time with my missus. And
then obviously you'll fish WPC next year, I presume.
I guess, yeah.
And are you gonna do any of these sort of Hector Barge stuff like the any of those?
No, I did the Soder Predator fight last year.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do it this year. Those are basically filmed. They release it now. It's actually on YouTube. Every week they get a new episode. So I was supposed to film the new one in September, but with the competition and also my holidays in Costa Rica, it's going to be in the same times. Yeah. So I just
difficult to fit it all in sometimes.
Yeah, especially travel all the way to Sweden. So I guess this time is going to be up the north. Last year was in the south, so they're going to do it in the north. So I mean, when you arrive in Sweden, you want to travel to the north, it's another 14 hours of drive.
But it's beautiful. The north of Sweden is stunning country.
Yeah. I know.
I've got to go over there soon to pick up a new boat. So Ben and I are going to be jumping on the road, coming here, picking my trailer up, driving over there, get the boat, put it on the trailer, do a bit of rigging, bring it back to Holland, finish rigging it out, put all new screens on it and bits and pieces, and then I think we're also off to Norway as well, which will be a first for me. So that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be going out there too. I've got some guiding to do, but also then we're going to do some halibut on the fly.
Yeah, okay.
Halibut on the fly.
Whoa, okay. Interesting. So,
yeah, my buddy runs Wild Pursuits guiding, and he's had them. I think he had 183 pounder on the fly. Halibut on the fly. So that's going to be very interesting.
In cold rift weather conditions, that can be a challenge.
It's definitely going to be challenging out there, but I really want to see those northern lights. That's what I want to see.
Okay, you need to wait.
But he's doing a lot of. I think I'll probably miss out on it. I think he said end of August. No, I think maybe end of September is the earliest he's ever seen them, so I probably won't see them. But it'd be nice to just get out there and just sort of enjoy.
Actually, now they've got midnight sun. So
he's at the moment he's fishing for the sea trout, so he's doing some amazing sea trout fishing out there.
Yeah, I've been to Iceland for salmon and everything, and I basically in May, June, and it's crazy because you start to fish about 8 o'clock in the evening and you fish all night, and then you go to bed about 10 o'clock in the morning, and then you had breakfast at 5. So after 2 weeks there fishing there, you're totally upside down, and you come back home absolutely jet lagging, and people said, is there any delay, and what time is that in Iceland? No, it's just basically the same as here.
I've been on holiday, I should be relaxed, but you're actually like falling asleep.
And you feel like you've been to America or Australia because you're totally upside down in terms of jet lag, but it's just because you've been fishing all night and sleeping during the day. It's crazy.
It does certainly mess with your sleep pattern, that's for sure. So you haven't got any sort of major competitions. So what are you thinking going forward for yourself and Fox and your competitions? You're just going to carry on plugging away with your sea bass competitions?
Just improving my predator fishing, because I can tell that I'm a beginner. Okay. A bit more sea bass competition. I definitely. I'm targeting the sea angling competition, the one organised by the.
Sea Angling Classic. I fished that. So that's good.
I'm definitely not a bait angler.
No, I'm not at all. I don't enjoy that side. It's a bit messy. I'm a bit tired.
But I want to try.
I
want to try
some of those taupe and the smooth hounds that they get out there. It's a nice. It's a good setup, Portsmouth. It's nice. Got all the Gunwharf keys. He's got all the boats organised. It's his boss has been doing it long enough.
So I want to try.
So you'll be there next year.
I was planning to do it not this year, the year before. With Navico, and my fishing partner for that one, Marco, had a waiting or something at the very last minute, so we just cancelled it, and it was too short to change the partner and to organise something, that we had to cancel it. So next year can be definitely need a good year to do.
Definitely hit me up when you're coming over.
I'll
sort you out some spots and bits. I don't know loads about it, but
like I said to Ross, I just need to put the boat back on the trailer, just put it in a tunnel, drive 2 hours and a half, and it will be there. So it's not really far.
No.
So just do a few days practicing.
What boat will you bring over for that?
That's going to be a 5.5 meter rig boat with an 100 Yamaha horsepower. 100.
Okay.
and fully geared with HDAs and everything with also with the trolling engine, the motor guide in the front. So all connected, so I can pilot the motor guide from my screen and everything. So yeah, it's really handy.
Yeah, I think what were we doing? I think we were sort of doing about 19 miles a day on that competition. Wow. So yeah, you do go off a bit. So you're getting but it's we were sitting there picking up the French radio stations, obviously. While we're out there.
I mean, I do from Calais. I do fish in the UK quite often. You know, on some sunken boat on the other side. So I cross the channel quite easily. And I mean, there is lots of fish over there in the UK, far more than our side, because we, especially now with the Brexit and all those fishing rules for the pro. So yeah, there's lots of fish over there.
Yeah. So let's sort of close it out. You're going fishing. What one piece of equipment must you have when you're fishing? For you, can be your fish finder, could be a particular lure. What could you not go fishing without?
A crankbait.
A crankbait. Okay.
Because basically you can catch whatever you want with a crankbait.
Yeah, good shout. So, and what are you going to pick? What, you know, it's not probably going to be fox, knowing yourself, but it's what are you thinking? What's your sort of go, and what's your favourite colour?
Actually, one of my favorite one is the Pro X. It's a striking crankbait. And the color is called baby carp. So it's a bit of brown and a orange flank. You know.
Okay.
So it's not. It's between natural and flashy. You know. It's It's not flashy orange, but the perch over there, over here, and they love them, and also Xanders and everything. So that's my confident lure.
That's your go-to.
Yeah, and if you give me a scissors, I will cut the lip, and I will manage to catch a trout with that one, I'm sure.
Okay, and so what's the diving depth on that?
2.4 meter.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, if you use a short leader and you retrieve quite fast with the tip in the water, you can go to 2.6, nearly 3 meters. So nice. So that's really nice for here.
Yeah.
So crankbait is very versatile lure. You can catch whatever you want. You know, I was maybe one of the first guy in Europe to catch sea bass on chatterbait many years ago. Yeah, maybe the first one. So I just decided to put the chatterbait on in the sea with a Zonda Pro Shad as a trailer, and I just it was a 21 gram or 28 gram, and I just cast in the in Calais in the sea, and I just wait like few seconds to feel the chatter touching the bottom, and after 2 turns or 3 turns, boom, and it was a 63 or 64. My mate's got it on his phone as a video, and I said, whoa, what I've done. And then since this time, I'm always using chatterbait. People are like, what are you doing? Go for chatterbait, because I mean, sea bass I put sea bass in the same family as perch and zander.
But again, this is what I've been saying to other people. Just thinking outside that box and using new lures. We all think we've got enough lures, but new lures that the fish haven't seen that action before, and just fishing that. And definitely. But great. Well, good to have you on. I'm going to let you close it out and tell everybody to like and subscribe and do all of that shizzle, because I think hopefully I'll get a little bit of the when we put this out, we'll try and advertise it on some of your channels and try and get a few French followers to my channel. Definitely. Go for it, my friend. Close it out.
So if you want to subscribe to Fox, the French YouTube channel, you will see our nice Mission Impossible. It's a challenge that I do with Sylvain Legendre. And we get every time we get 200,000 views on each episode. So
Sylvain is always getting treble stuck in his fingers.
Yes, I always try to put him on the grill at any point. So just if you wanna see some nice stuff, and also for the French, les gars, venez et likez sa page. Super mec, grand pêcheur.
Superb. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, do all the usual things. Trying to grow the channel and get more people from diverse places in Europe. And just thanks to JB for jumping on today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, go back to my nap.
care, guys.